Hi, my name is Alan Williams, and I've been with the Rubettes since they started in 1974.
Here we are, riding on a rainbow.
Riding on a Rainbow is our first album for almost 12 years. And recording techniques have changed a lot in that time, and it was good to get back into the studio and experience those changes. Though we did at times use some of the old methods, like playing live for instance. Here we are then, presenting the Rubettes of the 90s.
It seems such a long time ago when I was standing here and you were standing there. Oh, 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 and we could never know that we would fall in love. Oh, oh, and after all those years that we had been apart.
Here We Are has a 60s lyric, which I think ties us in nicely with many of the original Rubettes songs. I actually wrote the chorus in 1969. You know, it's taken me over 20 years to complete it. Must be some kind of record, if you'll excuse the pun.
Sitting in my lonely room, waiting for you to call. I just keep on loving you.
So Underhanded was first recorded in 1989, but never finally finished and mixed until now. Quite a departure from the normal Rubettes song, don't you think? But then that goes for nearly every song on the album. Not quite what you'd expect from the Rubettes.
If I get down on my knees and I pleaded with you not to go, but to stay here in my arms, would you still walk out the door?
We haven't recorded many covers in our illustrious career, but Please Stay just happens to be one of my favourite soul songs. I used to sing it long before the Rubettes, and I've always wanted to record it, but haven't, until now, had the opportunity. I only hope we've done it justice.
If I called out your name in a prayer, would you still walk away from my side, knowing I needed you so? Would you still turn and go? Oh, this time be different. Please stay.
The biggest audience we've ever played for was in the football stadium in Hanover, Germany. There was 80,000 people all singing Sugar Baby Love unaccompanied. It was bloody amazing. We were on the same bill as a band called the Bee Gees or something. I hear they're quite famous. Oh, by the way, this song is called I Want Your Love.
I thought that I could get along without you, that it would be so easy, but I was
The smallest audience we ever had was when we played a concert Paisley in Scotland. There were 7. No, not 7,000 people, 7. Apparently they'd put the wrong date on the posters and nobody had noticed, apart from the few that came, of course. We got to know everyone by name. It was quite intimate, really. A complete disaster and extremely embarrassing. That's when I learnt the meaning of the phrase, the show must go on. I can see the funny side of it now, though.
Nothing lost, nothing found. And after all these years, after all these tears, gotta find some peace of mind. How does it feel out on your own?
Lynn Clare is a lovely young lady with a great voice. She's been a good friend of ours for quite some time, and she sings in a local club near to where we live in Essex. Anyway, she just happened to pop into the studio when we were laying down the vocals on Last Time Around, and we thought it would be nice if she joined in on the chorus. Well, that was the original idea anyway, but as the tape ran, Lynn started to sing the verse. It sounded great, so we decided to keep it in. She sings the verse better than I could anyway. Just listen.
Make your excuses along with your wife. Call all your friends. You can cry on the line. There's no understanding when there's no true respect concerning your loved ones who lie in neglect.
Now it's the last time around. Nothing lost, nothing found. I left my sorrows, my tomorrow far behind.
I thought it would be nice to invite some of the former Rubettes into the studio to guest on one of the tracks. You may recognise the frantic, flamboyant drumming of John Richardson on Oh So Lonely, and also Mick Clark's solid bass playing. They pitched in on backing vocals too. It was good fun, just like old times really.
So before you say goodbye, break my heart and make me cry. So L-O-N-E-L-Y without you. Oh, so lonely, lonely, oh, so lonely without you. Oh, so lonely, lonely, oh, so lonely without you. I can see you, I want a picture of you.
The Rubettes had 6 albums released in the 70s, although we actually recorded 8. And I believe there are plans to re-release them all on CD, including the albums Shangri-La and I Can't Give You Up, which you won't have heard of, because they've never been released.
Camera,
wrote Photograph about 15 years ago, but because of its style, it was never accepted or got anywhere near the earlier albums. It's probably the nearest thing to punk that the Rubettes will ever get. Just a nonsense pop song, really. A bit like most of the stuff I wrote. I wrote a film script a few years ago with John Richardson, along with all the songs and the soundtrack. We're still trying to raise the money to make it, by the way, so if you know of anyone with a few million quid to spare, that is. One of those songs was called I Never Knew. It seemed a shame to waste it.
I never knew, you never do, until someone does it to you. I never thought I could be good, but now that I'm caught, I guess that I should. For having no one, no love to grow on, I needed someone to blame the show on. So I just. Do you like good music? That sweet soul music.
However much we enjoy playing live, in concert, it can get a bit boring playing the same songs night after night. So our Sweet Soul medley is slightly self-indulgent, I suppose. Because after all, it is over 30 minutes long. But then again, there are 11 songs in it. And what's more, I guarantee you'll know all of them. Hope you enjoy the album. See ya.